Hello and welcome back to Tale of Two Wastelands. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. And I realized in between episodes that there's another site in the capital wasteland that I've been wanting to visit and we hadn't made it to yet, which is Oasis. And we are as close to Oasis now as I was able to fast travel. I did get a little bit distracted by a rad scorpion that was attacking some Brotherhood outcasts, and now I'm distracted by a tent, apparently in the middle of nowhere. But we should be able to see the Oasis beacon pretty soon, once we get moving in the correct direction. And then, yeah, I don't need to go see Mason-Dixon Salvage, but I do want to know why there's just an unmarked tent over here. Abandoned tent. Well, it looks pretty lived in. Couple of Nuka-Colas on the table. Recon armor. And not just any recon armor, but composite recon armor. What a bizarre landmark. Alright. Well, if I head over toward... Ooh, what do we have here? A rad scorpion, I think. There you are. 1,500 hit points. Screw you and all those hit points. That's too many dang hit points. Anyway, if I head towards this power station, I think I'll be able to see Oasis. At least by the time I pass it, if not sooner. And I still have not figured out where I need to go in order to find the crashed scout ship, which I believe is the entry point to Mothership Zeta. But I'm pretty sure that I'll find some things to do in Oasis, so I don't need to worry about that straight away. Plus, there's this whole building here. This whole huge building that's going to take me the whole episode to explore. Yeah. We got a safe locked hard. We got a terminal locked hard. That'll be fun. No. I want the bottle cap mine that my cursor was pointed at. Alright, now for the hacking. Ooh, that's a tasty one. Yes, I like it. No? Oh, if only there had been a closing curly brace over there. That would have been fantastic. Ah. Wow, I don't even need my tablet. Again. And now, for bonus XP. Come on now. Nope. There we go. Gimme. Oh. And what are these gentlemen doing here? Aside from waiting to get rocked. Let's see, 2 for you, and 2 for you, and 2 for you. Oh, we got Survivor. Well, he survived getting shot. Man, that's pretty naughty for the Talon Company to just spawn right outside the dungeon I was hanging out in like that. I should read that contract and see if it's any different. I hope these guys were paid very well. It's not going to be special, is it? Where even is it? Well, whatever. Certainly they were paid enough to convince them to take the job, and that's the important thing. I suppose it's the second important thing. The first important thing being that they did not complete the job. Do you suppose there's a Talon Company headquarters somewhere where they're all just like sitting around scratching their heads like, we've sent out so many guys with that contract and nobody's coming back? Well, nobody's come back and said, I got her done. They've only come back and said, I could not find this Vic. Alright, I really thought I'd be able to see the beacon for Oasis by now. What do you suppose happened to that tower? The one next door is fine. Alright, we gotta head more east. Not northeast. Just straight ol' east. Yeah, once again I find myself hankering to play me some Fallout 4. I'm not gonna do it before wrapping up this playthrough, and I'm probably not gonna do it immediately after either, because I do kind of want to do another playthrough with all of my extra mods turned on. I don't know, that might be too soon though. And, you know, if I do give myself a chance to load up Fallout 4, I am gonna be immediately tired of these graphics and not want to do this anymore. And since I am thinking about Fallout 4, I'm pretty sure the improvised homes that I'm recalling, where you could like ride a little elevator up to a broken down bit of causeway, I'm pretty sure those are all in Fallout 4 and none of them are in this or in New Vegas. Pretty sure that's right. Clifftop Shacks. And this is how you know you're headed for an oasis. There are plants growing.
Outsider, you have arrived. Please come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Who's he?
I'm so glad you're here. It's been a while since anyone's visited us, and he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him.
Neato. Who are you and what is this place?
I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis.
Who's waiting for me inside?
Why, he is, of course. If you'll just follow me to the pavilion, all will be explained.
All right, lead on.
Excellent. Please follow me. All will be explained soon.
As long as this doesn't end up with branches growing out of me,
Rejoice!
I'll be all right.
The Great One wishes to see you.
And you know, the last time I followed the instructions of some culty people, all I lost was a trivial little bit of brain that I didn't need. I stepped in the water. Basin of purification. And a
Welcome,
throne.
outsider. Welcome to Oasis.
Yes. It is, it's plants.
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception.
I've never seen any place like this.
No, I suppose you haven't. In fact, few who live outside of Oasis have. Everything you see around you, from the tallest tree to the smallest blade of grass, is a gift from him.
Are you worshipping a god?
He's no mere god, my friend. He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives. And he is the one who guides. Thanks to him, the Tree Minders have a home.
So tell me who he is already.
I would have preferred that he made the introduction, but I understand your hesitation. The Great One is a god tree. A living, breathing, speaking god tree. The Tree Minders are blessed to have this being watch over us.
So you're not really tree minders so much as tree minded? Why do you call yourselves that?
We care for this place and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it. He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a tree minder.
Yeah, see, I feel like there ought to be more of an explicit Garden of Eden analogy here. And again, I think all these people ought to be naked. If you don't like technology, then why are you using guns?
Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you, you never would have gotten this close to the gates.
Well, that's unlikely. I generally go where I please. And that brings us to why I'm here.
Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation. As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time.
I'd be honored to meet him.
Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin.
Oh, see, I've already done the trepanation thing, so we can just skip that. What does the ceremony involve?
It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you.
All right, let's begin.
Very good. Take your place in front of the basin, and let's begin.
All right, I guess here is in front. Oh, look, a child.
Please, drink the sap from the basin.
Alright, you know, I'm less interested in seeing all these people naked now that I see what the options are. Anyway.
We will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the globe.
Hey, I'm a she.
Depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately. Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And, diminishing from day to day, you may disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his redoom.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
And nobody will cut any pieces out of my brain in between. What do you know? No weird hallucinations at all. You'd think that the tree people would have a problem with fire, wouldn't you? Well, the water may look nice, but it is not. Now, I like that everything looks all green and pleasant now, but all it really does is call to mind the fact that the rest of the game has been under a filter to make it look all desaturated and desolate. I wonder if there's a way to trick the game into leaving the filter on. Or off, as the case may be. And what do we have back here? Doesn't it look interesting? It is not interesting. But I am getting irradiated. And here he is.
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean?
I've never met a talking tree before.
Neither have I. Well, I mean, I talked to Herbert, but he never really says anything back. Do you, Herbert? He kept growing around me. Maybe for calling him Herbert all the time. His name's really Bob. I think it's funny when I call him Herbert, though.
So you're trapped in there inside this Bob thing.
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside.
So I believe this guy appeared in Fallout or Fallout 2. And at the time, if I'm correct, he was a super mutant with a tree growing out of his head. How did a tree end up growing out of your head?
It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff.
So the tree minder said you needed my help?
Yes, I do. Or, I guess, we do. Me and Bob, that is. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me?
You can't be serious.
Completely serious. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
If I kill you, every tree minder will come after me.
Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make them come around.
Why don't you just kill yourself?
Now, how exactly am I supposed to do that? I can barely move anymore. Thanks to Bob, I'm obviously not going to be doing anything for a very long time.
So how am I supposed to kill you then?
How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart.
Well, I really don't want to kill you.
Of all the wastelanders I had to bump into, it has to be one with a conscience. Let's keep it an open invitation then. I don't want to wait until the next person visits. It could be years. Just think about it, okay?
All right. Goodbye, tree.
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
There we go. So I'm thinking that there might be a way for me to talk Harold into not wanting to die. I don't know what I need to do for that. Maybe I need to talk to the tree minders.
Look, Herbert. she's back. I told you.
Why do you want to die?
I've been literally rooted to this spot, thanks to Bob, for maybe 20 or 30 years. I can't even remember anymore. Can you imagine being stuck in one place for that long? Not being able to eat, or to read, or to sleep, or anything? In the meantime, I have these tree minders bothering me every day about things I don't even care about. And I can't stand it anymore!
Life is a gift.
I've tried to stay happy. Really, I have. Bloomseer Poplar thinks I'll live for hundreds of years. Maybe even more. Can you imagine that? Stuck here for centuries? I can't do it. I just want to be alone. Just me and Bob until the end. When I saw you coming towards Oasis, I thought I felt that you'd understand me. I guess I was wrong.
Seeing me approach Oasis is quite a feat for a living tree.
Maybe I'm just losing my mind from all this boredom, but I swear if I try, I can see all around me. Like my eyes are in every leaf, on every tree. I think it's making Bob kinda jealous, 'cause he was the first tree in my life, and all that.
How is it you're causing all these things to grow around you?
It's kinda embarrassing, really. Once a year, Bob decides he's gonna go ahead and start growing these weird pods filled with tiny seeds. Well, all it takes is a good wind and the seeds just fly everywhere. I call them Herbert's seeds. He hates that.
You're mostly a tree, right?
Oh, no. Fire would be too painful for me and poor old Bob. You keep that stuff away from us. The heart would be just fine, and I won't feel a thing.
I have some quick questions about those caves.
Yeah, I'll leave it to good old Bob to get me stuck above some caves. Now, my dang feet are cold.
How do I get into there?
I think the best way for you to get down there would be to get the key from the one those loonies call Cypress. There's supposed to be some old gate or something back in the other grove.
Is there anything down there to look out for?
Sometimes I feel stuff tickling me, but I think that's just Bob getting back at me for all the times I called him Herbert.
I'd like to ask about something else.
Okay.
I have to go now.
Don't worry, Herbert. She'll be back. I love that one. gets me every time.
I don't get it, but I'm glad it gets you. In any case, I'm all out of time for this episode, so come back and see me again tomorrow, and I think we'll chat up the tree minders and see if we can't find something to convince Harold to live. Talk to you soon.